Jumanji. Welcome to the Jungle Film Review. Stepping far enough away from Chris Van Allsburg's 1981 children's book Jumanji to appeal to older kids while remaining just connected enough to justify keeping the name. Jake Kasdan's Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle reimagines the book's magic board game conceit for the era of video games by transforming its teen heroes into adult avatars. This outing both gets beyond the discomfort of throwing small kids into peril, a complaint some critics made against Joe Johnston's 1995 adaptation starring Robin Williams. ND finds a way to milk a talented crew of A-list grown-ups, top-lined by Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, for comic value. Young audiences should enjoy the body swap adventure, which has a few dopey mom ends but in general is funny enough for their parents to enjoy as well. Modernization only goes so far here. Instead of making Jumanji, say, an augmented reality smartphone app, a promising way to Avenue fantasy and the mundane world collide, the screenwriting team reimagines it as a 1990s-style gaming console. In a prologue, a lone teenager stumbles across the game in 1996, turns it on, and is immediately transported from his bedroom into some world we do not see. Cut to the present day, as Spencer, Alex Wolf, squirts some sanitizer on his hands, packs his EpiPen, and heads into the germ-filled world of high school. After a brisk sequence of events, he winds up stuck in detention alongside football player Fridge, Serdarius Blaine, narcissistic Bethany, Madison Eisman, and the introverted Martha, Morgan Turner. They're supposed to be cleaning up the school's vast storage closet as punishment for their assorted transgressions. But when they find this relic of a video game among the detritus, who knows how it got to school from that kid's bedroom, the four decide to try it out. They, too, get sucked into another dimension. Thrown into a dense jungle, each kid is transformed into the character he or she selected. Mortal Kombat style, when they fired the game up. Luckily for the film's comic side, each unwittingly chose someone very unlike himself, scrawny and skittish Spank. Becomes the Rock's Smolder Bravostone, the expedition leader. The jock is now a diminutive zoologist, Moose Finbar, Kevin Hart, and is none too pleased about it. Mousy Martha is kick-ass Ruby Roundhouse, Karen Gillan. Doctor Who's Amy Pond, and immediately complains about her dumb Lara Croft-like wardrobe of exposed midriff and breast-hugging shoulder holsters. And Instagram-addicted Bethany, so proud of her hotness, has turned into a tubby, balding middle-aged man, Jack Black's Professor Shelley Oberon. The script winks at video game conventions as it explains its heroes' strengths and weaknesses, gives them a mission, and reveals that each has 3 lives to expend before it's game over for real. They're supposed to find a magical jewel of the jungle and return it to a giant statue's eye socket. But that stone is also hunted by a villain, Bobby Cannavale, who has somehow become one with the jungle's beasts, making his body a skin-crawling home for millipedes and scorpions. Saint. Rupturing its challenges in the level-by-level mode familiar to gamers, the movie's action has a much more ordinary feel than that of the earlier picture. But while each stage of their quest seems it would make for a pretty easy-to-beat video game, the action suffices in big screen terms. The film's main appeal is in watching familiar actors pretend to be ordinary kids grappling with their new selves. Johnson is predictably charming, imagining himself as a kid suddenly blessed not just with a spectacular physique but a superpower defined as smoldering intensity. And Jack Black gets the expected kind of laughs as he mimics the voice and gestures of a mean girl who recoils at being stuck in this unbangable bod but is then, I don't know, kind of fascinated. Jumanji. Welcome to the Jungle Film Review. Stepping far enough away from Chris Van Allsburg's 1981 children's book Jumanji to appeal to older kids while remaining just connected enough to justify keeping the name.